Black Friday weekend, and I have the pleasure of presenting to you one of the most beloved, one of the highest reviewed, most popular, most gifted gift in QVC history for 2024, made even better. There are so many tens of thousands of you who own the Halo that if I stopped talking for the next 60 minutes and only took phone calls, we would run out of time and still have probably 24 hours more worth of phone calls to take. I don't know anyone who owns or has gifted a Halo Bolt who doesn't have amazing stories to tell about how it got them out of a pinch because it helped to jumpstart their vehicle, inflated tires when they had a flat, powered all their small appliances and their phones and digital devices in hurricanes, in snowstorms, in multi-day power outages. The Halo Bolt really only lacked one or two things if you're thinking about it. A bigger screen to make it easier to see, we've got it now. Longer cables to make it even easier to use, we've got it now. This has had 35,000 orders in 12 hours and 2 minutes. And thank goodness we still have some available, because we know that just like me, you want to pick up multiples of these as gifts or upgrade your own. Halo Heroes, call me at 1-800-395-1601. Sarah, how many states are we up to? It's like 16 or 17 or more?
Or at least those calls, about 16 or 17
okay.
calls.
We've had tons of calls. But we're up to like 16 or 17 different states from which we have heard. We're keeping track. Okay, Scott has confirmed it's 16. I want to hear from Puerto Rico and Alaska and New Mexico, and like all the states we haven't heard from yet. You're seeing some of those there. I'm going to get right to this. We have the hour together and lots of demonstrations and hopefully lots of phone calls. But it has a now improved 130 PSI. It's an air compressor. And it will jumpstart this vehicle behind me 83 times before it ever needs a recharge. It powers your cell phones, your laptops, your lamps, a blend jet, a television, you name it. And it can inflate even the biggest tires and the tiniest little sports equipment too. Here we go. I'm going to take you through the color choices. It has free shipping and handling and a $28 easy pay. This is the final order of the year. Maroon is last call. 9 a.m. we're calling last call on one of our colors. This will be the first to go. Please call us soon or go to QVC.com to get yours. It's gray, black, sky blue. Never have to call anybody to jumpstart or inflate a tire again. Here's pink, yellow. You can fully charge an Apple iPhone multiple times before you ever have to charge this again. Purple, one of my favorites. It's called green. If you love malachite, the gemstone, you will love this. Here is cobalt. You get the carrying bag, which doubles as the instruction manual. That's how little the instructions are. So here is what it powers, but really that's not all inclusive, because it will also jumpstart tractors and lawnmowers and school buses. Call me, the weirder the story, the better I want to hear it. E323154. Here's some of the recreational uses as well, because if you have it, use it. Tailgating, camping. I take mine, I charge it up, and I keep it on my desk at home just so I can power all my little mobile devices without having to struggle with 15 cords. All right, Sarah Catalesi, come on out. As you come out, I have to...
No way.
9 a.m.
That's amazing.
We're taking one of the colors away. Okay, can I hand this to you, hon, because the maroon is gone. Hey, Scott, I always ask when we take one away, what's the next most limited one? Yellow. Okay,
right.
Give me the yellow, and I'll put the limited one on the coveted throne, the Halo throne.
Exactly.
Okay. Sarah is our Halo representative. She and I and every host have presented the Halo Bolt many times, and every year we go, there's no way to make it better. And every year Halo goes, haha, hold my beer. We're going to make it better. But what we did this time was keep it at the same price as last year's with the improvements, and I think that's probably a good place to start.
Oh, for sure. And truly the name says it all, right? When you see Halo, it's all about portable power. When you see Bolt, that's the power to jumpstart your car. the ultimate, what I love right here, the ultimate kind of encompasses every single feature we've ever added to our Halo bolts. The Jumpstarter, the AC outlet, but the 3.0 version right now is better than ever. The biggest difference right here that you'll notice, and again, if you have previous versions, you're gonna appreciate this upgrade, a huge display on the front. And Jen, you have in front of you that little yellow, or that little tab right there. Jen, hold that up to the screen. That is the previous size of our screen on every single bolt that had a screen. So again, you're looking at that dynamic display. Again, super easy to use. We heard from you, our customer, you wanted longer jumper cables. We gave that to you as well. So really the best of the best when it comes to this 3.0 Ultimate. It really is the ultimate emergency kit, the ultimate bolt, everything. Keep in mind, this is going to jumpstart 4-cylinder V6, V8 engines, big, powerful ones. And remember, it's easy to use. So you're going to pick this up and have this on hand as part of your plan for an emergency. But just know, because this has that AC outlet, when you plug a lamp into your Halo, it's going to return the normalcy to your home. You're not sitting in a dark, dark room. You don't have to hold a flashlight. It's that easy. Our ports that we have on here, upgraded our ports to fast charging as well. The air compressor, we love this. The most we've ever been able to put on a Halo bolt is 130 PSI. This has it. The automatic shutoff, to me, is worth its weight in gold when it comes to using that air compressor. I never had success in inflating my tires, or I just deflated them because I was so worried that I was gonna, overinflate them, right? And then a built-in rechargeable battery. Yet another upgrade with this one is that we are recharging with a Type-C cable. What does that mean? Fast charging.
Fast charge.
Yeah, and we include the brick for you as well. This entire unit from 0 to 100 only takes 2.5 hours to completely recharge.
That is a big upgrade.
Last year's is between 6 and 7 years.
I always just plugged it in and went, okay, overnight. Like I'm gonna have to take
this
overnight.
This is a couple hours. That's
a couple of hours. You know what a huge difference that is if you're in an area, everybody is, where the power goes out and then it comes back on for a little bit sometimes and it goes down again. So I always tell Gabby, like, run and charge the Halos as soon as the power comes back on so you can get it topped off, so that when you need it again, it's already there. Okay, we have a phone call already lined up. Anytime we take a phone call, I usually go through our color choices again because it's a great time for you to make your decision, to make your call. We have already lost our first color. We have 36,000 orders on our today's special value today, and this is the final order of the year. I know so many of you are going, wait a minute. That one person, my brother, my father, I always call it the guys, and not to single you guys out, but you're really tough to shop for. And you go, oh, I have something that my brother's gonna love. I have something that my husband's gonna love. I have something that my best friend's gonna love. If they have a vehicle, actually I take it back, even if they don't. If they don't, they need power. But if they do have a vehicle, this should come standard with it. And $139 is a small price to pay to make sure that when that battery goes dead, you don't have to worry about how much it's gonna cost, about who you gotta call, about what the second car is gonna come, like where's it gonna come from, because you don't need a second car.
Right.
All right, colors are, now most limited, the yellow. Here it is in gray. We have the black, most popular in our show. Here's the sky blue, pink, which, I always say, like, the frillier the color, the more ironic it is when it jump starts like a GMC pickup truck. Okay, here it is in purple. We have green. There's your cobalt. All the tips that you need for air compression. The jumper cables are included. You don't need the big heavy ones anymore because you don't need a second car. Tim is calling us from Ohio. All right, Scott, do we have Ohio on the list yet? We do now. All right, Tim, welcome in. You're live with Sarah Catalesi and me, Jen Coffee. How are you?
Yes, good morning, ladies. I'm doing very well, thank you.
Excellent. Do you have a Halo story already, or is this the first time?
Yeah, I got a story for you.
Okay.
My son and I were out in Tennessee in the mountains and staying in a cabin, and we were kind of heading out, and the battery was dead in the car, so I was kind of like, well, I think my wife had the Halo in the car, so I went ahead and got it out, and it had about a half a charge on it, and hooked it up to the car and started right up. So I was like, that's pretty awesome. So,
It's always a wow. Like the first time you use it is always
Yeah.
a wow because you're like, I don't know if this is really going to start this
Yes.
big car, right? And then when it does, you're like, well, darned if it didn't.
right. No, yeah. I mean, no, I was kind of worried about being a half charge. You know, I wasn't too sure if we'd be able to pull enough power to start the car.
Yeah.
But it did. It really did a heck of a job. And my wife, she buys them, and pretty much every car we got
That's
them
great.
now.
Smart
So
girl.
I mean, I definitely am a true believer, and would definitely
So
recommend
great.
it
I mean,
for all the guys out there.
I'm thinking about, like, if I take your situation to kind of like the worst case scenario, let's say you're in the mountains and you have no cell service.
Right.
Or you're in the mountains and you're up to your knees
Yeah.
in snow and you can't get it started. Like now we're in true emergency mode and taking you out of that emergency
Right.
for everything from like minor inconvenience to real emergency. It's got you covered. And by the way, Tim, on a half a charge, it's still going to jumpstart a vehicle a good 20, 30 times at least. Isn't that
Oh
crazy?
yeah, I'll vouch for that. It
Yeah.
definitely did.
But Tim, be honest. When your wife first got this home, what were you thinking when she said, "Oh, look what I bought"? What did you think?
Well, I kind of thought about like, well, I'll just chunk it in the back of the car and leave it back there and maybe never need it.
Right.
That's great.
And you needed it, and that's what we love. Yeah, it was there when you needed it.
Fantastic Halo Hero story,
Yep.
Tim. We are so glad that you called. Love to your wife, your family, and have a great
Okay.
holiday season.
Okay, you too as well,
All right.
ladies. I appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
So great. It's so great.
Right?
It's
That's
one of
what we
those
hear.
like deep down, we both hope you never have to use it
Right.
to jumpstart your
Yeah.
car. We hope you never have to use it to inflate a tire, but we also know that real life happens. Now, here's what's great. Sometimes, okay, let's think about this is going to sound like a weird comparison, but you know how we have the gel spray, the pepper gel, and like, you know,
Yep.
the mace? Okay, I hope you never need that for anything, ever. But I want you to have it for the peace of mind,
Right.
right? I hope you never have to use this for any of the emergencies, but I know you're going to use it for things like powering your cell phone, powering your laptop, when the power goes out at home. All right, color choices again, and then we're going to jump start a car. Here it is in yellow. We have gray, black, still the most popular, sky blue. Here's the pink. This is purple. It's like a purple marble. Green, cobalt. Keep the phone calls coming, 1-800-395-1601. We are approaching now. Wait, I'm grabbing my knees. 38,000 orders in just over 12 hours. 3,000 orders in our show. Now, you and I could present this for the rest of our lives, and
Yeah.
there are still going to be cynics. There's still going to be, and I get it. Like, I want
Yeah.
you to always challenge us, right? Who are going to go, I saw the lady do it on TV, but there's no way that thing's really going to jumpstart my car and then also power my phone and then also be a floodlight. But this is happening in real time.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep track of the time, but please note Sarah's going to narrate the way through. All right. Here's our situation.
Yeah, so Jen, I mean, it's freezing outside.
Yes.
Let's just fast forward a little bit. Let's just say it's our children, right? Maybe they're leaving their part-time job from a restaurant, from wherever.
All right. Gabby works at a hospital.
Yeah, they're all by themselves, and they get in their car, and all they want to do is go home. So Jen, why don't you jump in the car?
Okay.
And this is it. Let's go home.
Gabby gets off work because
Yeah.
she worked in this, God bless her, she works like these 10 and 12 hour shifts. And let's say it's 1 a.m, she just got off, it's freezing cold outside, she's hungry, all she wants to do is get home, go to sleep. Come on, I want to go to sleep. I'm pressing the brake, I'm hitting the button. I don't even get a or a little ding or a light, nothing. Her
Yeah,
night
and that
goes
is truly,
from,
it's kind of funny when there's a lot of noises that your car can make, but I would say the one that's most important is when it doesn't make any sound, at all, right? So this is what we love. Again, we extended the jumper cables for you to give you more range when you're trying to reach your battery. Then all you have to do is connect the cables. You're gonna connect red to red and black to black. Now, take a look at this big screen right now. It's reading 4.4 volts. The reason the car didn't start, this is letting us know right now that the battery was too low. So for all of those reasons that it could be, now we know that it's the battery. You're gonna press one button, it's gonna blink, it goes through all the safety checks. As soon as you get that solid light, it jumps it to 12.1.
Oh, my overhead light just came on.
Yep, and I heard something, so go ahead, try it, Jen.
Okay, all right. And we already know that we're in a better position than we were before because that light is on. All right, here we go. I timed it, minute and a half, and she was narrating the whole time. We went from, oh God, how am I going to get home? Who do I call? How much is it going to cost? I don't have any time. What if there's a baby in the back seat, right? We go from that to, believe it or not, hey, I get to use the halo. Like, believe it or not, when that actually happens, or when you see somebody else who's in that situation, you go, oh, I get to use the halo, right? I get text messages from my dad all the time where he goes,